Well, good afternoon and welcome to Tompkins Park for the Women's Premier Grade Final for 2023. My name is Mick Collis. Joining me in commentary this afternoon is Claudia Bell, the Western Force Female High Performance Manager. And Claudia, nice to have you with us in commentary this afternoon.
Thank you for having me. A nice summer winter's day currently.
I know we've had such beautiful weather here in the west, but today it's decided to turn a bit nasty. But looking at where we are, it looks clear at the moment. So hopefully the women will get a clear run at this grand final, of course, leading up to the men's Premier Grade final at 4 o'clock, so 2 hours time as well. But for this one, we've got Wanneroo up against Kalamunda. We'll quickly go through the lineups for you. And for Wanneroo, the front row of Frida Arsam, Shian Carney and Sarah Arsam, the locking pairs of Sophia Talamira and also Jade Guest. The back row, Latia Roy, Jenna Jordan and Rangapipi Kahui, the skipper in number 8. The halves pairing of Namini Monk and Aisha Wigley. On the wings, Nakaya Urseg and Numi Tupaya. Centre pairing of Mahina Arangi Clare and Topaz Porter and Cara Gerber at fullback. And for Kalamunda, Katana Kamazona Heki, Herabab, Malcolm Heki and Braxton Walker make up the front row. Mahita Heki and Huriana Hohaya in the second row. The back row, Amelia Murray, Sophie Foster and Nari Little. Halves pairing Rosie McGeehan, Nicole Leddington. On the wings, Alex Leddington and Journey Keraopa. And the centre pairing, Charlie Stevenson and Zakia Keriopa. And then Naomi Ruru Hanaki at fullback. Some quality players in amongst that lot.
Yeah, a fair amount of our Western Force Super W girls obviously in both teams, and then more excitingly as well, some of our new Western Force Female Academy players too. So it'll be interesting to see how those two girls line up. You know, they put in a lot of effort in the off-season for us, but more importantly in our academy space. So hopefully we'll see, you know, the likes of Rosie McGee and Sophia Talamara really try and rip this game up.
And how is the health of women's rugby in the West?
Oh, I think it's, you know, at the moment it's thriving really. I think just today seeing the growth, we had the 10s women's competition before their grand final between West Scarborough and UWA, and that actually ended up to be a draw, and that was a fantastic game of footy. So it's good to see that not only in the 15s comp, you know, it's competitive, but in the 10s comp as well, it's being competitive and it's coming through. I went down to the under-17s and the under-15s girls grand final last night as well, and again, you know, to see heaps of that young talent coming through, it does make my job exciting. And I think in terms of how we're going to do for the Super W and the Western Force space, I think you know, the community in the Sea of Blue can be proud of that and be very excited for the next couple of seasons.
So what is your main role?
So my role at the moment is basically to oversee everything when it comes to the Super W Western Force program. So that includes obviously the hiring of the coaching staff within that program, making sure that the girls receive that high performance space that's similar to the men's. Part of that is then also making sure that we've got girls coming through, so contracting them for the first time, which is awesome. And then beneath that, making sure that we've got a female academy for the Western Force. So not only do we have our amazing Super W 32 players, but we've also got a little bit more depth in terms of that academy space to bring those girls through.
And are the Western Force leading the way in female rugby, do you think, in Australia?
Oh, 100%. I think the amount of investment that Western Force have, you know, gone to ensure that not only rugby in WA is thriving, but the Western Force actually are successful is amazing. It's second to none. You know, my role is the first in the country, so I think that shows in terms of what Western Force are willing to do to make sure that the girls are in the best space possible.
And how's that help in terms of recruitment? We saw last year a number of players come across, and the standard of the Western Force women's team last year with those imports was fantastic. Is that sort of part of the plan to get some players in to help develop these young girls, the local girls, as they come through?
Oh, 100%. Like, I think any person that we try and get into the program that aren't from local, from Perth, it's all to try and build upon that team and build where there's lacking in terms of positions and gaps at the moment. You know, we saw the impact that somebody like Martha Martelli coming across from New Zealand, the impact that she had within the Western Force was amazing. And the way that she also then contributed back into the clubland. I know she played a few games for Wanneroo as well. And the impact that she had on the younger girls in the squad was, you know, second to none. So it's players like that, you know, yes, we want them over for their playing capabilities, but at the same time, they help us drive that high performance standard.
And then looking at this match, the high performance of today, which way is this game going to go?
It's tough to say, really. I actually think it's a pretty even lineup at the moment between the forwards, both for Wanneroo and Kalamunda, and then you've got that talent in the back line. I do, however, think, you know, if I was to give you a tip, that I think for me, Kalamunda might come across the line a little bit more than Wanneroo. I think they've got a bit of a fitter forward pack, and then coming off the back of the kicking game of Nicole Leddington, definitely an aspiring young player that everybody should be keeping a close eye on. I do think that they'll probably come away with the win.
And they've got some great experience. Hera Barb, Malcolm Hecky's been around for a long time.
Yeah, a very long time, and she was our major starting hooker for the Super W Western Force again this season. We'll look to try and obviously get her back again for the next Super W season, so hopefully she has a cracking game. I know she loves to carry the ball, loves the big hits, so we'll see how she goes in terms of her lineouts and the set piece work, but other than that, I think she'll definitely be terrorising the other team around the park. Because
she's been a fantastic player and a great ambassador and a great contributor to rugby in the West for a long time. How important is it to have people like Hera Barb still playing?
Oh, it's super important. She connects not only just the Kalamunda Rugby Club to the Western Force, but she connects the rest of the Perth community. She provides that pathway. I know she's got a young daughter, so she also shows, what's capable in terms of females in sport, but females in rugby. And I know that the people around her respect her a lot. She's got a great voice, a huge leader for the Kalamunda team, and definitely an important leader in our Western Force group as well.
So the Kalamunda women leading the procession out on here to the main field at Tompkins Park. It's the curtain raiser this afternoon, but it's a great contest in its own right. Kalamunda up against Wanneroo for the women's Premier Grade final, the grand final today. Kalamunda out. They look pretty calm. And the one thing I do love about the women's game is they always play with a smile on their face. They all enjoy with each other, and they just enjoy playing the game.
That's it. I think just the opportunity as well. These girls, you hear it all the time, but they genuinely are paving the way for the younger generations that are coming through, and they genuinely love it. And I think that's why I also love being able to be in the position I am. Watching those girls, just the pure enjoyment factor for them. It's infectious.
So Wanneroo joining their opposition out on the park, and it will be Wanneroo running from left to right on your screens.
Yeah, a lot more serious faces there for the Wanneroo girls. They're here, they're for business, not here to muck around.
And plenty of great support as well. You can hear the crowd here at Tompkins Park. The sun coming out, sun shining here. A good crowd in. It's been a wonderful festival environment down here at Tompkins Park. A little bit of early weather we had, causing a few people to take refuge inside the clubhouse, but with the sun shining, you can see the shadows of the players out on the field, and we are set for a start in the women's Premier Grade. It's going to be Nicole Leddington to get things underway for Kalamunda. So the Premiership is officially up for grabs. It's going to be picked up by Sarah Arsam. And she swung to the ground early there by Rosie McGeehan. Jenna Jordan, the first hit up for Wanneroo. So Wanneroo playing with some early width in the opening stages of this match. Dummy to kick, but Kalamunda defence driving. Jan Carney sneaking through, little half gap. They come the short side. Little pick and go by Wanneroo. Defensive Kalamunda holding firm. This time they go wide again. Jordan offloading. Some nice hands. Claire with it. This is Tupaya on the far side. Wanneroo again, stringing the phases together in the early stages of this women's grand final. Nice hands again. Here goes Wanneroo, some open space. Solid defence. Talamira it was. Claire getting involved early. Number 12 playing almost a number 10 role. Little try to bust through there by Wigley. So they take play up just short of the 10-metre line. Jordan again offloading, getting plenty of work to number 7 in the early stages. Over the 10-metre line now. This is great composure from Wanneroo. Well picked up by Claire. Just tries to dance her way through. Ball comes out. And the whistle gets blown for the first time in this match. But Claudia, a good start by Wanneroo.
Yeah, I mean, did well to hold on to the possession there. Wanneroo stringed a lot of phases together, so got the penalty. Hopefully they'll probably kick to touch, try and get it into the sideline and walk them up the field a little bit. But good opportunity as well to see the set piece, see the line out.
So ball into touch off the boot of Aisha Wigley. And it will be Carney with the throw. It's been stolen. Amelia Murray was getting the hands in the way, and here goes Herabar Malcolm Hecky, the veteran we spoke about, making an immediate impact, and Kalamunda looking crisp. Just a little knock on there.
Yeah, unfortunate knock on there. If Kalamunda were able to get the ball to the wing, I definitely think they would have been a threat heading down that sideline. So
yeah, they look good.
Yeah.
That's the first time they've had it, but gee, they look sharp.
They did. Wanneroo can breathe a little bit with that knock on. Bit of sigh of relief.
Yeah, Ruranaki just not able to hang on to that ball. The fullback from Kalamunda. And the first scrum of the afternoon, just inside Kalamunda territory. It's going to be a Wanneroo scrum feed. Wigley, Clare and Porter lined out for Wanneroo. And Gerber up from fullback. Playing in jersey number 23, the fullback. There's Sophie Foster creating all sorts of havoc in defence there, but Wanneroo now inside Kalamunda territory. It's been turned over and the penalty coming their way again. Johnny Kerriopa thought she might have been away.
Yeah, it was a good attempt by Rosie McGee in there over the ball. Definitely good to have a crack early, test the ruck integrity of Wanneroo.
So a great attacking opportunity here for Wanneroo inside the 22-metre line now. Need to get their line out right. Carney with the throw. They messed up their first one.
Another ball on the field.
And Murray creating all sorts of problems there for Kalamunda. Looks like she may have got her hands in the way again. But it is in the hands of Wanneroo. They're 20 metres away. They pick and go. Sarah Arsam. Backs lined out and ready to attack. Wigley offloading to Clare. The little run around, solid hit midfield. Gerber picks it up. Midfield box kick picked up by Johnny Kerriopa. The referee coming back once again.
Yeah, a bit of a knock on there in the attempt to tackle. Unfortunate, but it was good defensive effort. I think if the ball was to go, it would have been interesting. I think the winger here, down for Wanneroo, number 11, she would have been away.
So another attacking opportunity here for Wanneroo. Centre field scrum. What are their options? What do you think? What do you think they're going to do, Claudia?
I think they're definitely going to get it in the hands of Aisha. It would be interesting to see if number 8 might pick from the back. For me, I'd probably try and get the 8 to pick a little bit, suck in that halfback, get the halfback out and get the balls into Aisha's hand. Let her do her thing, let her run, let her work with Kara on her outside. Bit of an attacking threat on the left in the back line there.
So Rangapipi Kahu it is. She picks the ball up, but she's under pressure. So Wanneroo on the back foot, Wigley dancing. Come the short side again through Carney.
Yeah, did well to retain the ball, just need to settle it now, get the forwards to go forward a little bit, get the backs open.
Wigley again, offloading. Solid hit the Kalamunda defence. They've been starved of possession. This is Claire offloading. Oh, another solid hit on Carney there, and the ball coming loose. So Wanneroo finally turning it over and giving Kalamunda a scrum feed, and it will be interesting to see what the Bulls can do.
Yeah, I mean, it'd be good to see Kalamunda with ball in hand, right? They've been starved for the first half the whole time at the moment, so get those backline going. I know Nicole Leddington will probably try and find her Western Force teammate, Zakia. I know Ariana Ruru Hanaki, I mean, she's got a nice running game as well. So if we can try and get those players open in the Kalamunda backline, they'll definitely be an immediate threat.
So Kalamunda scrum feed. McGeehan, it is.
Leddington in the pocket, might look to clear and exit. Oh no, we're going out the back.
And straight away, showing their intent to attack Kalamunda through Kariopa. Take play up towards the halfway. Big clean out there by McGeehan. Might have been slightly off the ball. Referee says it was okay. So Kalamunda approaching halfway. McGeehan offloading to Leddington.
Plenty of space here to work.
Here they come down the short side through Murray. Takes the tackle of Claire. Ball still there for Kalamunda. McGeehan now to Leddington. This is Hecky. Kalamunda with some momentum, playing the advantage as well. McGeehan leaves it behind, so he'll come back for the penalty. But wow, they look dangerous, Claudia.
Yeah, they do that backline combination, right? Get it straight to Zakia, their powerful centre. She'll always get the front foot ball for you, so not a bad option for Kalamunda straight off the set piece.
So Nicole Leddington finding touch. About 15 metres away from the Wanneroo try line. And a great opportunity for Kalamunda, their first visit inside this part of the ground. Murray's been a real pest for Wanneroo in the line out. Let's see what she can do on the Kalamunda throw. Nice bit of variation from the Bulls. It comes down to McGeehan. This is Stevenson. Loops around with Leddington. Looking for Kariopa, but can't find her. So the counter-attack opportunity here for Wanneroo. This is Tapia. Jordan. Wanneroo continuing to throw this ball wide. Short ball again into Carney. She's got through a mountain of work, met heavily there by Malcolm Hecky. The referee will come back.
Yeah, unlucky there. I know Nicole Leddington definitely looking for her teammate Zakia Kariopa to try and bust through that line again. Nice line, nice angle. Just unfortunate not to get to be able to retain the ball. But if she did, I think definitely would have been a different outcome. So good to see their attacking opportunities and they're taking it.
So Aisha Wigley sending that ball into touch. Carney with the throw. It's again Murray getting in the way, but it's come back in favour of Wanneroo. Although, I'm not sure what the referee's called. What's he called? I missed that one. Was that a knock-on from...
I think...
Or not straight?
Not straight, I think may have been a call. Definitely the wind picked up as she threw the ball, unfortunately, so a bit to deal with if you're a line-out thrower, unfortunately. But yeah, scrum feed to Kalamunda.
And I think Amelia Murray's got them spooked a little bit too. She's a real pest there, creating all sorts of troubles for Wanneroo.
Yeah, she's doing well to get up in the line, get up in front of that Wanneroo jumper as well. So Wanneroo needs to reassess in the line out a little bit, try and get that front foot ball and jump over the top of them. So
McGeehan to Leddington with a little double pump. Brings in Kariopa. Oh, just that ball just pushed in front of Alex Leddington. But some nice creativity by the Kalamunda backline.
Yeah, definitely trying getting it to the edge, just pushing that pass a little bit too far, a bit too much. But again, good signs pretty early on from the Kalamunda backline. See if Murray will be another pest again in this line out.
That That's her in the number 6 jersey, position number 2. They throw her up, but it's come off and regained by Wanneroo. Well, cleaned up by Kahui, the skipper. But the turnover has come, the good counter-ruck. No, it hasn't. Penalty. Off the feet was the call by the referee. But Kalamunda applying all sorts of pressure to Wanneroo. They're doing well to withstand it. As Wigley sends that ball up over the salubrious commentary position here at Tompkins Park. Good crowd in for the women's grand final. Wanneroo up against Kalamunda. Carney again with the line-out throw. 5 metres inside their own territory. It's gone right over the back. It's going to be picked up by Herabab Malcolm Hecky. She leaves it behind, so Wanneroo, a counter-attacking opportunity for them. Gerber bends down to pick it up. Stevenson meets her. Just this pressure that Kalamunda are applying.
Yeah, Wanneroo panicking a little bit now, trying to throw the ball, trying to push the pass when it's not there. Probably need to just settle it a little bit, try and get the ball in hand into a forward, crash it straight through the centre, reassess, and then let the back line do their thing. But yeah, a bit of calmness needs to come over the Wanneroo at the players at the moment. And
an early change. Frida Arsam being replaced by Hannah Palele.
Yeah, another Western Force Academy girl. It'll be good to see Hannah play in the front row, see what she can do.
So an early test for her up against this big Kalamunda pack. The drive comes on. They try to pick it up, and the penalty coming. Solid scrum by Kalamunda.
Yeah,
they're pretty happy too, as they should be.
Yeah, big smiles from head above their leader as well, as they should. Fantastic drive there from the Kalamunda scrum.
So Nicole Leddington on the 10-metre line, looking to get this ball back inside that 22. And she just hasn't put enough on that, although it's been left behind. It's going to be picked up here by McGeehan. Play the whistle, but now the assistant referee has called them back. The flag is up. Got the call just... Yeah, she was catching that ball with a foot on the line.
Yeah, so probably option now of the line out or the scrum, I'd say. Gone for the line out.
So, Herabab Malcolm Hecky with the throw. Opportunity here for Kalamunda. 0-0 the score. In the women's Premier Grade Grand Final. Wanneroo up against Kalamunda. They go to the back. It's been well won. They bring it down. They close it in. And they start to drive towards the line. The arm is out, so they've got the free throw here. Will they try and keep it in? You can see the ball at the back. McGann's now got it.
Yeah, well, the rule of thumb is if the 9 calls for it, their backs better score it.
They go to deck, 4 metres away from the Wanneroo try line. Kalamunda looking for the first points of the afternoon. They pick and go. Driving towards the line, only a metre away. Again, one off that ruck. Wanneroo defence holding firm.
Plenty of numbers out here in the back line for Kalamunda if they can get it out there.
Pick and go again. McGann this time. Oh, the cross kick. Ambitious. It works well for them. It's been picked up by Ruru Hanaki. She tries to dance her way through. Finally pops it away to Kerriopa. Centimetres away from the try line. Referee still playing advantage. McGeehan picks and goes. They drive her back. Kalamunda still with possession. Leddington turns into the defence. They drive her back 5 metres away. Ball still there. McGeehan's got it. Offloading to Kamazona Hecky. Still towards line. Ball comes loose. Picked up by Wanneroo. Another let off. And the referee will come back. He's been playing a fairly long advantage. In fact, there might have been a couple strung together there. That one for a high shot.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what option Kalamunda go for here. whether they try an early points. Nicole's got a good kicking boot on her. Do they go for touch? Or straight away will they tap and go, which I think is where they're heading. Get it into the hands of one of their forwards, get it across the line.
So McGeehan on to Katana Kamazona Heki. And she must be very close. She's over the line, but held up. So great defence by Wanneroo. They've been working hard. They've protected their try line. Kalamunda will be disappointed not to come away with some points. But
yeah, difficult kick here for Wanneroo too, going against the wind. Stephen Kara can try and turn this Kalamunda team around, pin it back in the corner.
So Gerber goes straight into the body of Mahidi Heki. So Wanneroo back under pressure again. They pick and go. McGeehan's there. They try to clean her out. The penalty coming.
They're strong over the ball there. Wanneroo definitely needed it.
So Wanneroo, a let off for them. Wigley takes on. She sees some space. The chase is on. It's back in the hands, though, of this dangerous Kalamunda side. That ball may have drifted forward, and yes, it did.
Yeah, unlucky there. You can tell that Ariana Ruruhanaki at fullback, she saw where the space was, wanted to get it to her back pretty quickly, but yeah, unlucky there. Big sigh of relief for the Wanneroo team. Good initiative by Aisha Wigley, tapping it and then seeing that there was nobody home and then trying for the kick to turn Kalamunda around.
Yeah, probably a good option. She was centre field, and this wind creating a little bit of havoc, so they weren't going to get too much ground if they did kick. So yeah, good little bit of vision and good confidence too to back herself. So Wanneroo with the scrum feed, 15 in from touch, right on that 10-metre line. Kalamunda, they'll be looking to disrupt this scrum as they did not too long ago. The pack has been dominant. Here comes the drive once again, looking for the tight end. It's going to be, Murray just had it, and they left it behind.
Yeah, I think the ball came back out through the tunnel as well, so should be a scrum reset, but we'll see what the referee calls.
But wow, that Kalamunda scrum, very dominant.
Yeah, very dominant. Wanneroo just lacking in a little bit of their body positioning and shape at the moment in the front row. Just need to try and square and keep the scaps on. At the moment, unfortunately, they're just collapsing a little bit. Therefore, their lock's not connecting and the scrum's going down a little bit, therefore allowing Kalamunda to drive over the top of them.
So a couple of changes again into that scrum. Frida Assam has been brought back on. She must have been off just for a bit of blood bin. They need to shore up this forward pack, Wanneroo, otherwise Kalamunda will continue to disrupt these set pieces. That's a cleaner ball for them. As Monk offloads, run around to Wigley. Gerber goes over the top of her head. This is Tupaya. She's got some jet shoes, just needs a little bit of space. Wigley again to Jordan. She offloads. Kalamunda defence is solid there. Talamara it was. Wigley spots the half gap. Wigley's through. She's at the 10-metre line. McGeehan across in cover. Runs it down. Great tackle by the number 9. Ruruhanaki over the ball. Turns it around for Kalamunda. And the counter-attack opportunity here for the Bulls. Stevenson now.
Here we go. Let's see Nicole Leddington demand for that ball. Get the ball to Zakia. We can see her calling for it.
This is Heki.
Plenty of space if we can get the ball there.
McGeehan goes herself.
Strong over the ball by Wanneroo.
And the referee will come back. But a nice turnover by Naomi Ruruhanaki to get that ball back for Kalamunda.
Yeah, great steal. They definitely needed it. Great run by Aisha Wigley originally as well. Good to see eyes up footy, spotted the gap and backed herself through it. But great tackle as well by Rosie McGeehan to run her down. Excellent effort from both players.
So Nicole Leddington looking for touch again. And she will find it on the 10-metre line, Wanneroo territory. 0 the score, still in the women's Premier Grade Grand Final.
Yeah, you can feel it. Kalamunda's definitely got the pressure onto Wanneroo at the moment, just lacking a bit of that execution. Keep the ball in hand, keep the possession, and I think they'll turn it into points very soon.
Malcolm Hickey with the throw for Kalamunda. Again, plenty of variation. And once again, they've overcooked it. It's been picked up by Frida Arsam. Stolen there by Hickey, but the referee...
Came from an offside position, unfortunately.
I'm really liking the work of Rosie McGeehan. She's outstanding, having a tremendous game this afternoon, attack and defence.
Yeah, she's definitely a young talent here from Perth. In the Australian Youth Sevens space as well. Definitely an aspiring Aussie Sevens player, so part of our Western Force Female Academy too. So yeah, definitely someone to look out for in the next coming years.
Really impressive outing so far in this grand final, but Wanneroo find themselves back on the attack. Little bit of variation, picked up there Palele. So Wanneroo at the 22. This is Monk to Wigley, to Clare. The long cutout ball needed to be held. It was put to ground. Kalamunda, what can they do on the counter-attack? This is Zakia Kariopa. Kariopa for the 22, still going. Oh, wonderful tackle by Wigley. Kalamunda with some front foot ball. Stevenson sends it back to Leddington. She takes the tackle. Great scrambling defence by Wanneroo. McGeehan again, they're back deep. This is Hahaya. Floating to Malcolm Hickey. Nice hands to Walker. Wrapped up well by Carney. Ball comes loose. Referee says it's good. So the counter-attack again. This is Palele once more. End-to-end stuff. Talamara.
Great hit by header by Malcolm Hickey.
Massive hit, centre field by the veteran.
That's what she loves. That's her bread and butter.
As they go again, this is Gerber up from fullback. Just can't unload. Big clean out there by Hickey. They counter drive. Wigley. This is Palele getting through a mountain of work. Solid hit there on her by Little.
Yeah, ever since she's come back on, definitely had a huge impact for her team. Lots of carries, lots of defensive efforts.
Some good work there by Sarah Arsam. Monk, back to Wigley again. Decides to go to the boot, finds some space. Alex Leddington is back there. Ruru Hanaki now. Beats the tackle of Wigley. Ruru Hanaki. Finally dragged down. A big clean out there by Rosie McGeehan.
Nicole Leddington directing her troops.
Solid attack and defence there. It's a very willing contest between these two wonderful teams. Leddington charged down by Wigley. She's been everywhere. Ruru Hanaki back to pick it up. Still with Kalamunda through Foster. Outside there, 22. Bodies piling in. Now they come back once more to Leddington. For the space, Gerber's back there. The ball might run. It's just going to break back in towards centre field, though. Tremendous kick. Gerber under pressure. Leddington will take it just inside her own half. She's got McGeehan with her. Decides to go herself. Little chip over the top, the foot race. Gerber's going to have it covered. The ball might beat them all. It might go dead.
Set up
just
nicely.
Set up. Referee will come back for the penalty. But wow, just frantic play from both these sides. End-to-end football, all keeping it alive.
Yeah, a bit of a kicking battle going on there between Nicole Leddington and Cara as well. You know, great effort for Nicole to see the vision. Ball bounced nicely all the way down into the corner for her. Unfortunately, Cara probably should have tried to get that ball out into touch, settle the team, be able to reset in a line out. But again, great vision by Nicole to try and chip it over the top. Unfortunate that didn't have many of the Kalamunda supporters there trying to get the ball.
So Kamazona Heki now winds up, runs in to the Wanneroo defence, takes a mountain of work to bring it down. The ball comes loose. So it's going to be a Wanneroo scrum feed, but I think Kalamunda would be pretty happy with the position of this scrum if they can pile through. They're putting on some replacements. It looks like we've got Nadia Mason, Heather Matto, and Naomi Kamazona-Heki taking the field. So some fresh stock being moved into the scrum for Kalamunda, and they'll be looking to drive this Wanneroo pack back again, turn this ball over and turn this defensive opportunity into an attacking one. They start to march, Wanneroo, they do well. Oh, they leave it behind. It's been picked up by Stevenson. In fact, Wanneroo managed to somehow hang on to that ball. Not sure how they did. They're certainly under pressure. Carney, she offloads to Sam. Finding it really hard to break this Kalamunda line. It might need a bit of magic. Can Wigley do it? She gets swung to the ground there by Keriopa. Again, just trapped inside their 22. Referee says play on, has been turned over. Stevenson had it. And a knock on. So the only thing stopping Kalamunda from scoring tries at the moment is Kalamunda.
Yeah, it definitely seems that way. I think they're just trying to almost try to a little bit too hard. They're pushing the passes when not needing to. I think a little bit of calmness needs to come over the teams. Players like Nicole Leddington really need to step up, calm that forward pack, get them going forward, get them doing the basics, carrying it forward, and then unleash their back line when they're ready. But a good position here where their scrum is, so we know that they have a dominant scrum, so it'll be interesting to see if they can push over the Wanneroo side, retain the ball, and then they're in a pretty good attacking opportunity. So
approaching the 30-minute mark of the opening half of this Women's Premier Grade Grand Final. Wanneroo up against Kalamunda, 0-0 the score. The ball comes out for Wanneroo once again. Wigley spots the gap, tries to brush off McGeehan. The long arms of the number 9 finally drag it to the ground. Just outside the 22, centre field. Sam again runs in to Braxton Walker. Jordan. She runs into Little. Just can't manage to break this line. Oh, big solid. Still going. Frida Sam taking a mountain of stopping. Little scamper there by Monk. They finally get it to ground. Wigley in at halfback. Offloading to Jordan once again. Offloads to Sarah Sam. Slowly making their way upfield. Wigley again. Some space now for Wanneroo. Palele, she's been so good since she's come on. Wonderful tackle there by Leddington. But again, Wanneroo outside that 22-metre line. McGeehan might have stolen it. No, she hasn't.
Unlucky there. Great positioning over the ball. Definitely needed to either get the penalty or cause a turnover for a team. But again, at least allowed Kalamunda to get back on side. So probably not a bad penalty to give away. Her coaching staff are probably very happy that gave the opportunity for the whole team to get back on side.
So an outstanding opportunity here for Wanneroo. They have withstood a mountain of Kalamunda attack. Can they reverse their fortunes and register the first points of what has been an enthralling Women's Premier Grade Grand Final? They need to get their line out right.
Yeah, first time Wanneroo have entered the 22-metre as well. So it should be interesting to see what they can do with it. Plenty of opportunity here. Definitely would be trying to rely on their ball player, Aisha Wigley, again. Direct the troops, get them into good positioning, and then unleash the back line.
So an important one for Wanneroo. They go to the front.
Just in that 5-metre, unfortunately. Not a bad idea. Kalamunda definitely thought they were going up, so would have been interesting to see Hannah Palele carry the ball over that space, but yeah, unfortunately just within the 5-metre.
So the short arm penalty, Matia Roy was with the throwing duties.
Yeah, good to see young star Hannah Palele also step up the way she did. Massive run. Good to see all the things that we're working on in the Western Force Academy coming into this game for her.
So Kalamunda, and once again Kalamunda, they had numbers out and some speed and some line, but unfortunately for them, they're handing the ball back to Wanneroo.
Yeah,
A
great.
centre field scrum for the Roo Dogs.
Great pressure again from Aisha Wigley, you know, just rushed up, right up onto Nicole Leddington and onto the back line, forcing them to make passes quicker than they probably wanted to, and then force the error. So again, great play by Aisha Wigley.
So Wanneroo in the 22, centre field. Mahina Arangi-Claire is talking to Cara Gerber. They need to get this ball back, though. It's an important one, the Wanneroo 8. They need some clean ball for their backs. It comes out. They go the short side. Wiggly little short ball. A nice one to Porter. They continue to push that short side. This is Tupaia, 5 metres away. Wanneroo right on the attack. They pick and go. They try to throw them out. Ball still there. It may have been turned over. It has been. Kerriopa somehow comes up with it. So Kalamunda from deep inside their own territory. At the Matto. As the wind picks up here at Tompkins Park. And Leddington says, let's clear it away. It bounces awkwardly over the head of Gerber.
Bit of pressure coming on from this Kalamunda team as well. Plenty of numbers there.
This is Tupaia. She's good when she gets some space.
Yeah, the netball star definitely has some good feet. One to keep an eye on.
So Wanneroo do well there. Kalamunda do even better, though, with the turnover.
Yeah, just suffocating and frustrating that Wanneroo ruck. Any opportunity they have, Kalamunda straight on top of it. And definitely seeking and getting the rewards from the referee.
So time almost up in this opening half. 0-0 the score. In the shadows of half-time. And Kalamunda with a chance. Referee checking his watch.
Kalamunda will be wanting to put points in this half. Wouldn't want to go into half-time, having to run against the wind in the second half.
They go to the back. It is well won by Little. Here they go. What can they do? This is Stevenson. Offloading now to Kerriopa. They've got some numbers. Tackles need to be made. Porter makes the one. Ruru Hanaki over there with the clean out. McGeehan now offloading to Leddington. Short ball back in there to Marto. Referee playing advantage once again. Rosie McGeehan. And the ball will come back. Penalty in favour of the Bulls.
Yeah, in a kicking opportunity here for Nicole Leddington too, if they decide to take the 3 points.
I think Kalamunda sense that they've got dominance, but they're just being frustrated by this Wanneroo. In fact, they are going to take the points.
Yeah, probably not a bad idea, especially as the half-time starts to creep up. Knowing that you've got to run against the wind in the second half, probably not a bad opportunity to get some points. Nicole Leddington's definitely got the boot on her, so hopefully the accuracy is on today.
So 0-0 of the score. Leddington looking to put the first points of the match on the board. She's about 23 metres out. Just off centre. Breeze at her back. And the flags are raised. So Kalamunda right on half-time take an early lead with the first points of the match. 3-0. Kalamunda leading Wanneroo. And Claudia, geez, it was a tight first 35.
Yeah, definitely a very high contact game. I mean, what you want to see in a final, really. Bit of a grudge match, argy-bargy. I think Kalamunda will be a little bit disappointed in that half-time. Plenty of opportunity for them to take some points, get over the try line, but unfortunately, almost their own worst enemies, pushing the passes a bit too much, creating errors for themselves. So it'll be interesting to see what the chat will be at half-time from the Kalamunda coaches, but hopefully it'll be something orientated around calmness, controlling what they can control, not pushing the pass too much.
So half-time in the Women's Premier Grade Grand Final between Wanneroo and Kalamunda, and it is Kalamunda by 3 points to 0. We'll take a short break. All the action of the second half, not far away. So welcome back to Tompkins Park, the second half of the Women's Premier Grade Grand Final about to get underway. Wanneroo up against Kalamunda, and it was an even first half, probably reflected by the scoreboard. Kalamunda kicking a penalty goal right on half-time to take a lead into the break, 3 points to 0. They've probably had the best of the opportunities, but they've been their own worst enemy, and they probably rue a few of the lost opportunities that they've had. They've now got to run into what has been a fairly strong breeze, and I think, Claudia, that Wanneroo will be a little bit pretty happy with where they're sitting at the moment.
Yeah, I think they'd be quite relieved. They definitely had to deal with a lot of pressure coming their way from Kalamunda, especially that forward pack that they've got going for them. So it'll be interesting to see what Wanneroo can do now with the win behind their backs. Hopefully help their kicking game a little bit, pin it into the corner and put a bit of pressure on Kalamunda. Definitely makes it a challenge for Kalamunda's Nicole Leddington.
So Aisha Wigley, the number 10, she's been very good for Wanneroo, gets things underway straight away, sending it deep, and it's been coughed up there by Naomi Ruru Hanaki. So that's the start that Wanneroo wanted. And you can see Ashley Temple, one of the replacements on, really fired up at the start of this second half. We will try and pick up some of the other replacements. She's certainly one. I noticed, I think Kalamunda's made a few changes as well. It looks like Jade Proctor may be on for them. So they tap and go, Wanneroo, straight away, and this is Temple. Runs into Hecky. In fact, it might be Kaiser. It is my mistake. The new replacement for Wanneroo. Sarah Arsam. They go again. Jordan turns it back inside to Roy. They go again. Frida Arsam. Wanneroo with their tails in the air in the opening stages of this second term, trailing by 3. Long ball out. What can they do with it? Run there from Porter. May have been turned over. In fact, it has. So Kalamunda diffusing that Wanneroo attack.
Yeah, good steal there by Zakia Kariopa again. Just relieving Kalamunda from that Wanneroo pressure.
Another good run there by Matto, and the penalty coming. In fact, it was Kamazona Hecky.
A difficult kick here for Nicole Leddington to get us to the sideline, middle of the field against the wind. She's the person to get it done, though.
Yeah, we saw Wigley earlier on in the half. The Wanneroo number 10 decided to tap and go.
Yeah, that wind just causing havoc for that kicker.
And it's what they might need to do. It's been picked up there by Tapia. And they use their hands. Jordan, the number 7, has been busy for Wanneroo this afternoon. This is Monk offloading to Wigley. Carney. Murray just hanging on to a bootlace. This is the pick and go. Victoria Polar possibly on one of the replacements. Monk again comes to short side, back to us, Sam. It's the leg drive. Runs into Walker. They continue to come to short side, Wigley. This is Porter. Porter offloading to Tapia. Tapia stepping back inside. Well wrapped up there by McGeehan. Wigley then wrapped up as well. This is good from Wanneroo. And the penalty coming.
Yeah, a bit unlucky there, Ariana Ruruhanaki. Definitely good initiative to get over the ball, try and slow it down. But could be causing a potential warning for her team now.
So referee just having a word there to Herabab Malcolm Hickey. And Wanneroo. And Mihai Monk. They tap and they go to Sarah Arsam running across field. Big tackle there from Malcolm Hickey. Made herself an easy target, running on those angles. Monk picks it up. Short ball to Carney. Wanneroo. So close. They would love to score the pick and go.
Just running in a little bit too high there. Just needs to drop the body height, get her over the line.
The pick and go again. Wanneroo playing with the advantage.
Opportunity here for the Wanneroo back line if they can get the ball out.
The ball is in there somewhere. Now it comes out. It's Wigley. They've got some numbers if they can get it wide. Now it comes to Gerber. She's got a player outside her. Can they get there? Yes, they can. And it's going to be Topaz Porter scoring the first try of the match. And it comes to Wanneroo. And they're very happy, as they should be.
Oh, fantastic team try there. Forward setting the platform for the back, sucking them in with the pick and go. And again, Aisha Wigley taking control, looking in front, seeing all the Kalamunda backs being sucked in towards the ruck and then letting the ball go. Excellent skills.
So a really well-worked try there by Wanneroo. Claudia, as you said, just that forward sucked everybody in. And when the opportunity came, they've spread it wide. And it started with Wigley, and then just some nice composure there by Gerber, finding Topaz Porter on the outside. So Wanneroo in the lead, early stages of this second term, 5 points to 3 with the kick to come. It's a tough one too for Aisha Wigley. She'll almost need to kick it directly across field and hope the wind
carries it through the post for her. Definitely
does the job.
Wind might help her out in terms of getting it to the length. See how she goes with the kick.
Rosie McGeehan's going to try and put her off it.
Yeah, joined by teammate Journey Cariopa as well.
If they come up, she's going to have to hurry. She sent it across field, but the wind, unfortunately, not really doing its job.
Well, she listened to your advice and kicked it across field, but maybe just a little bit too much.
Don't listen to me. But all smiles, Aisha Wigley, which is great to see.
See how Kalamunda responds now.
And we'll get a bit of an indication of this wind as Nicole Leddington from the restart. They had the advantage in the first 35 and he came away with the 3 points. All of a sudden, Wanneroo with 5. They go deep. It's going to be picked up there by Talamara. She's wrapped up by McGeehan. Wigley. Jordan. Oh, short ball. Oh, solid hit midfield there by Braxton Walker. Wonderful shot. As Mahina Arangi-Claire takes that tackle just outside of 22. Wigley has a bit of a look, leaves it behind. A knock on, just a little mistakes. These are the things that Wanneroo can't afford to do.
Yeah, unfortunate mistake there from Aisha Wigley. Not usually that common for her to make an error like that, but had a look up at the Kalamunda defence and unfortunately lost sight of the ball.
So a real important scrum here. Great opportunity for Kalamunda. Deep inside Wanneroo territory. And off a set piece. As that wind starts to pick up once again. Wanneroo, they try to drive. Kalamunda holding firm. They pick up off the back. Wonderful run there from Nari Little. Almost gets herself through. They go again. Cariopa stepping off the left foot. Wrapped up well by Porter, the try scorer for Wanneroo. They send it out wide. Claire makes the tackle. It's desperate. Wanneroo defence. Leddington. Malcolm Hecky. Oh, solid shot, just clipped high by Kezia. She's okay. McGeehan. This is Baxter Walker. Leddington. Stevenson. Just putting it behind Murray. Still in the hands of Nicole Leddington. 5 metres away. Kalamunda on the attack. McGeehan's there. She digs in. Offloads to Hecky. Hecky still going. She offloads. Kamazona Hecky. Kalamunda think they've scored it. The referee says no, they're short. And McGeehan, and she's happy too. She's had a wonderful opening stanza for this grand final, and she's been rewarded with an opportunist's try after a great run by Kamazona Hecky. It was Rosie McGeehan just spotting the space, picking and going herself and coming away with the 5 points right next to the post. An important one there for Kalamunda.
Yeah, just like a sniper in the night, halfback's dream. Just a quick little from the ruck, not having to run too far, not having to do any kind of passes. Very sneaky there of Rosie McGeehan.
Yeah, she just comes across as a great competitor. She's just worked hard. She was one of the standouts in the first half. She's had a start to a second half has been outstanding, and just the jubilation at scoring that try, I can see just what it means to her, and she knows how much it means to the team.
Yeah, such a young girl as well, only the age of 16, 17, so definitely more talent from her to come. But like you said, absolute competitor. Even at Western Force Female Academy training, anything that we do, absolutely loves to compete, doesn't like losing.
Leddington, off the posts. And a cheerio to Mark Bell, the father of Wallaby Angus Bell, who says that in 99% of the games, the ball will hit the post. So his stats are good. So 8-5 is the score. Wanneroo with the early try to kick off this second half. Kalamunda with the try equaliser. That ball might beat them all. It's going to be just picked up at the end there by Kerriopa. And here they go. Hecky has been very good with the ball in hand this afternoon. And Kalamunda, they love to throw this ball around. A big don't argue coming off Malcolm Hecky. Charlie Stevenson. Ball's been stolen. Great work there by Mahina Arangi-Claire. Wanneroo back in possession. The ball finally comes down.
Great
Stevenson, well read, but a little bit early. Shame she had to be punished. Wigley tries to play on quickly. Both sides playing a real up-tempo style of game.
Interesting to decide the tap and go. Didn't look to kick it into the corner and go for a line out. Hopefully it pays out for them.
Jordan sends it into Jade Guest, and she gets almost cut in half.
Yeah, met by a brick wall there.
Kalamunda defence. This is Roy. Tia Roy, leg drive, great strength from the number 6. Monk to Wigley. Nice ball to Claire. Gerber bundled into touch. But both sides showing their intent to run this ball this afternoon.
Yeah, Wanneroo showing some good moments, especially in that back line, trying to get it to the edge, trying to take on the Kalamunda defence. Some bravery as well. The Wanneroo player running straight into a Kalamunda brick wall.
And Hedabab Malcolm Hecky just down on the 22-metre line. Topaz Porter just checking to make sure she's okay. Referee just coming across as well.
Yeah, hopefully she's okay. Definitely don't want a player like Hedabab going to the sideline or sitting on the bench. She's definitely an impact player for the Kalamunda side. A great leader for her team as well.
So for those of you tuning in, the score is actually 8 points to 5. Wanneroo with a try, and so the score, our score saying 5-3 to Kalamunda, but it is 8-3 Wanneroo. 8-5, I should say. Wanneroo leading Kalamunda at the moment. So no need for the Wanneroo fans to be disappointed that are tuning in. And try and get that amended on our screens. 8-5 the score. Wanneroo leading Kalamunda in the Women's Premier Grade Grand Final. And as we just wait for Malcolm Hecky to make her way back, it is a line out, which is why the referee was prepared to wait. And that will add a little bit of couple of minutes to our running clock. So the temptation, they can't go too to the back, but they do. The wind doesn't affect it too much. So here they go. Leddington, centre field. Counter drive there by Kahui, but it's still with Kalamunda. Ball comes loose. Opportunity here for Wanneroo. Knock on, well picked up there by the assistant referee. It was on the other side of the ref.
Yeah, Kalamunda just under a tremendous amount of pressure there from Wanneroo. It was good to see that both teams are looking to get over the ball, strip the ball from the attacking players. Makes it very difficult when you're a ball carrier, knowing that your opposition is probably always trying to rip the ball from your arms, so needing to tuck it up tighter. Kalamunda with a good push, but it pops out the back for Wanneroo.
So well picked up by Monk. Claire there at halfback. This is Palali. She's been good.
Back on the field again, good to see. Made a huge impact for the Wanneroo team in the first half.
Monk again to Sarah Arsam. Thrown to the ground by Leddington.
Again, that ball just coming loose. Both teams looking to strip the ball straight away from every ball carrier.
So a midfield scrum.
Yeah, special mention as well. There's a few Wanneroo girls back in camp that are currently watching the grand final eagerly. I know Trelene Pomare, Kalamunda player as well. Devastated to not be playing in the grand final, but over in the Wanneroo camp at the moment with fellow teammate Michaela Leonard. You know, both eagerly watching on, both very committed to the Perth Rugby. So good to see that they're both in camp and hopefully selected for the W15 competition coming up towards the end of the year.
Yeah, and some great opportunities for the women. And Michaela Leonard, she's a media darling. She's been all over the media lately. She was on the 6PR broadcast of the Bledisloe Cup. She's been on the Rugby Rap podcast.
Yeah, she definitely loves a lens, loves a mirror as well. It's hard to get her out of the gym just for the mirrors.
So cheerio to you, Michaela. Nice to have you watching. As Kalamunda from inside their 22. Gerber will pick it up. Oh, was it a little knock on? Yes, it was. Only small, but they all count. Just a really awkward bounce for Cara Gerber.
Yeah, unlucky from that. Definitely good support, good chase from that Kalamunda defence as well. Cara had to look up a little bit, saw the Kalamunda defence running straight at her, and a little bit of panic there.
8-5 the score. Kalamunda leading Wanneroo. I may have got that wrong earlier, said it the other way around, but it is actually Kalamunda in the lead. 8 points to 5. Apologies to all the parents of the Kalamunda girls playing and their aunties and grandparents. 8-5, Kalamunda leading Wanneroo. Rosie McGann with the scrum feed just inside Kalamunda territory. Picked up off the back well by Little. Making some ground. Nice clean out too by McGann. Ball's been left behind, so Jordan, well done by the little number 7 from Wanneroo, Arsam. She picks and goes. Drops the shoulder. Takes play back up towards the halfway line. Tries the big clean out there from Kamazoni Heki. But it's still with Wanneroo. Frida Arsam. Over halfway now. Wanneroo trying to spark something. Now we offload to Tapia. Steps inside. Walker brings it to ground.
Wanneroo have the advantage. Bit of a head-high tackle there on Monk.
Claire offloading to Roy. Roy releases, gets to her feet again. Monk is there.
Great contact by Zakia Kariopa and fellow Western Force teammate Aisha Wigley.
Thought she'd stolen the ball too. Zakia Kariopa, who would come back for the penalty. And look for Wanneroo for the quick tap and go again. Or will she look for touch? She looks to the bench to find out what they think she should do, the coaching staff.
Yeah, referee's told her just to wait. Looks like he wants to have a quick conversation with Kalamunda.
I'm not sure if there's been repeated infringements. Looks like a warning. Oh, he's gone to the pocket. Oh, this is going to be difficult now for Kalamunda. They are down a player, so they're down to 14 for the next 10 minutes. We'll keep an eye on the clock. We'll call that the 55th minute mark. So Wigley taps and goes. Sarah Arsam gets inside the 22. The pick and go from Kahui. Monk to Wigley. Frida Arsam still going. Kerryupper tries to steal the ball. The
Bit of a shepherd.
Obstruction.
Yeah, unlucky there. Both just running for the same hole. Unfortunately, Sophia Talamara getting in the way of Frida Assam.
So Nicole Leddington, a let off there for Kalamunda, now playing with a player down for the next 10 minutes. And that ball's not going to find touch. Yes, it does, just over the top of Numi Tupaya.
Yeah, great kick there from Nicole Leddington. Definitely easing the pressure in terms of territory for the Kalamunda team, entering into the half of Wanneroo. And again, Kalamunda probably looking to Murray to calm these things down, catch the ball on the line out, deliver it to their 10 from Nicole Leddington.
So Malcolm Hecky with the throw. They go to Little. She wins it cleanly. Down to Rosie McGeehan. Leddington, met heavily there midfield. The ball's popped up nicely for Claire.
Zakia Kerryupper cleaning it up. Tremendous effort to dive on the ball.
McGeehan. Nice bullet pass. Oh, the big dummy from Hecky. Marches away up towards halfway. Ball slow to come out. Referee playing advantage again, though. Short ball to Malcolm Hecky. She offloads. Referee still playing advantage.
Yeah, great skills there from Nadia Mason. Definitely need to see her get into the game a little bit more.
Stevenson takes the tackle. Malcolm Hecky again rises that arm up, which I'm not sure if the referee will. Let's see what he's going to call here.
Yeah, Western Force teammate on teammate. Header Barb taking on Sarah Assam. Sarah Assam falling on her back. Header probably winning that battle a little bit.
Yeah, she went a bit high. She raised the elbow. So, yeah, rightly so. The penalty has been reversed. They were playing advantage. But with Header Barb Malcolm Hecky raising the arm into the contact of Sarah Assam.
Yeah, I can't hear him.
That penalty has been reversed, and that's a nice touch finder. 2 by Wanneroo. Takes play just outside the 22-metre line, and Wanneroo with a chance to reclaim this lead. They're up 5-3 for a short period of time. Kalamunda replied with the try through Rosie McGeehan, and now Wanneroo trailing by 3 with the line out just outside their own 22. They win it well.
Yeah, good hands by Sophia Talamara at the top of the line out there.
Frida Assam inside the 22.
Hannah Palele looking to go for another run. She's alone though.
Oh, solid hit by Malcolm Hecky. Throws the shoulder in. Claire, Wigley.
Oh, great pressure.
Stevenson reads it well, shuts it down. Monk at halfback. Talamara. Murray wraps her up. Ball's there for Monk. Wigley. Sam.
Yeah, this Wanneroo forward pack just going a little bit lateral at the moment, needing to square up, get their team on the front foot, then allow their backs to unleash.
Jordan. It's tackled centre field. Kalamunda defence is good. There are some numbers on this commentary side though. Wigley. Claire. Gerber. Gerber gets around her defender. For the line she goes. Kara Gerber straight into Ruru Hanaki. The fullback makes the tackle that needed to be made. Talamara now, Wanneroo with their tails in the air. Only a metre away from the try line. Monk to Wigley. Short ball to Arsam. Referee playing an advantage in favour of Wanneroo. Wigley again. She's got some numbers outside. Can they spread it wide? It's what they need to do. Oh, solid hit. I think it was Braxton Walker across.
Oh, it was header bob Malcolm Heckey, their captain again, putting in the extra effort.
Extraordinary. Try-saving tackle. Palele for the line. Solid defence. Referee still playing advantage. Arsam, centimetres away.
Definitely numbers here towards Aisha Wigley if they can get the ball out quickly.
Left-hand side it needs to come. Palele, she's driven back there by Stevenson. In fact, that was Zakia Kariopa getting up quickly. This centre pairing from Kalamunda been reading it very well.
Yeah, Zakia looking to her right, realising that she was the only defender left in the back line for Kalamunda, needing to get up quickly and put that pressure on Aisha Wigley, and did so.
Just frantic. Referee speaking again, though, to Kalamunda. They can't afford to lose another player. They're already down one. It's 15 on 14. They've so far managed to protect their try line. Still got 5 minutes to go. So Wigley, 5 away, tap and go to Sarah Arsam towards the line, running crossfield, maintains possession. Wigley, Jordan, flat-footed onto Frida Arsam. Frida Arsam still going. They finally bring it to ground. They pick and go, and I think they are over. Safaya Talamara, I think it might be. No, it wasn't. We'll try and pick up who actually scored.
I think it may have been the...
It was certainly Wanneroo, and they are in the lead. We'll try and pick up who that actually was that scored the try. They're not giving too much away. Happened on the far side of the field. They're pretty happy, as they should be. So Kalamunda with the player down.
I think it was Latia Roy who scored that try for her team.
So Latia Roy it was. On the far side of the field here at Tompkins Park. And massive bodies making it difficult to pick up, but Latia Roy, as Wigley moves in, strikes it pretty well, just pushing it across the front of the upright. So Wanneroo up by 10 points to 8 in the Women's Premier Grade Grand Final. It's been a wonderful contest. Two teams really throwing everything at it. Kalamunda still with a player down for a couple of minutes. Wanneroo, they needed to score when they had that advantage. Can they hang on?
Yeah, plenty of time left still in this game for Kalamunda to try and create something. Only down by 2. So could look for a penalty goal as well. Plenty of options for them to get ahead.
So Leddington sends it deep. It's been picked up by Gloucester. Big clean out by the try scorer, Roy, there.
A good offload there from Hannah Palele again.
Jordan into contact. Wigley
sends it downfield.
Changes direction. Ruru Hanaki looking for the 50-22.
And does so. Fantastic kick from Aisha Wigley. Great vision. Unfortunate bounce for the Ariana Ruru Hanaki there. Again, putting pressure on this Kalamunda side.
Really clever kick there by Wigley, and you can see the amount of ground that they have just chewed off in that one play. Kalamunda still with a player in the sin bin. And will it be a case of deja vu for Wanneroo? Carney with the throw. They go to Gloucester at the front. little knock on. Once again, these teams, both of them guilty of making mistakes. Just to take the pressure off their opponent. Wanneroo had a real opportunity then. They've got Kalamunda on the back foot. As we see Naomi Kamazona-Heki about to make her way back out onto the field. Referee says she can. So we are back to 15 on 15.
Yeah, a sigh of relief for this Kalamunda side, I think, especially with the scrum for them, wanting to get out of this area. Be interesting to see if Nicole Leddington tries to kick. I would say she tried to keep the ball in hand, going across the wind. Too difficult for her to kick and exit.
Wanneroo, you can see they're up for this. They are set and ready to go. They know they've got momentum. Scrum feed. Wanneroo, they try the big drive. Kalamunda hold firm. Nice pass there from McGeehan.
Yeah, strong run by Zakia Kariopa, getting her team onto the front foot as Nicole Leddington looks to exit.
And that ball allowed to bounce.
Yeah, great kick.
Harmony Tuapola it was, just being caught a little bit out of position.
Did she touch it before the ball rolled out? Or did the ball roll out? That'd be interesting to see.
Yeah, no, I think it just beat her into touch. So Wanneroo. And some more exchanges for Kalamunda. So Katana Kamazona-Heki coming. Now I'm not sure what's going on here. She's just come on. So well won there by Gloucester, pulling that ball out of the air. Jordan lets it bounce, Wigley lets it bounce. Referee says play on. Lucky to get away with that one. Hahaya making the tackle. No, they weren't. He picked it up. The assistant referee saw it.
Kalamunda currently have 16 players on the field as well, so as we see Braxton Walker making her way off now. Probably a bit lucky that the referee didn't spot that at the line out. Some new tactics from Kalamunda.
Yeah, it was weird. Sort of throwing Kamazona-Heki just on for no apparent reason.
Kalamunda in a good position now with the scrum towards them as well. We know they've got a strong scrum, so hopefully Wanneroo can try and keep them out of their 22. But if they enter, definitely we'll be putting the pressure on them. Rosie McGeehan to feed. Just a reset called. Wanneroo prop, Sarah Assam just popping up there.
So a little over 5 minutes remaining in the match. Wanneroo up 10-8. Latia Roy with the try that put Wanneroo back in front. But Kalamunda, they've looked dangerous all day.
They're definitely looking for Zakia Kariopa to get them across that line.
Stevenson leaves it behind. Kariopa now has it. She dances. Pins the years back, can't get the arm free. McGeehan.
I hope Amare goes for a run. Good clean out there by Rosie McGeehan.
Malcolm Hickey runs into Assam. Centre field. Kalamunda on the front foot. Needing to score to get back in the lead. Pomare stepping, offloading to Kariopa. Again, just can't get the arms free. Great tackle made by Porter.
Yeah, wrapping up Zakia very nicely there, unable for her to get her hands free to get the ball across to her winger.
Hohea just outside the 22. Leddington. Fossix finds it onto Kamazona-Heki.
Kalamunda just need to be patient here, get into their phases, get across the 22 metre.
McGeehan offloading. Murray, Kariopa, and Kalamunda just leaving it behind. Roy Ramako it was. Wanneroo need to exit.
Aisha Wigley in the pocket. Boot it downfield.
Kicking to open space. It hasn't come off the way she wanted it to come off. It's now in the hands of Kerriopa. Kerriopa for the line. Is she going to get there? Yes, she will. Will that be enough? Will that seal it for Kalamunda? Time will tell. But just from an awkward pick by Aisha Wigley going to the open side. It come off the side of the boot. It's been picked up by Journey Kerriopa. And she has gone over untouched and she has brought it right around next to the posts. Will that be the try that seals the premiership for Kalamunda?
Yeah, not many minutes left here for Wanneroo now, unfortunately. Unfortunate kick for Aisha Wigley, and she knows it. But throughout the whole game, been tremendous for her side. You know, put them in the attacking space, scored tries for them, set up tries for Wanneroo. She'll be unhappy with that one, but unfortunately, that's rugby. Hopefully her teammates get around her, pick her up.
So Journey Kerriopa, will she be the hero of this grand final? Leddington with the drop goal, and that is full time. So Kalamunda have stolen this match from Wanneroo in the dying seconds of the game. And you've got to feel for Aisha Wigley, the number 10 for Wanneroo. She is devastated out there on the paddock. The Kalamunda girls rightfully celebrating. They just seemed on top in most phases and aspects of this game, but Wanneroo, they just would not go away. They gave themselves every opportunity to win. They were in front up until the last 30 seconds of the match. And it was Journey Kerriopa found the ball in her hands and just had too much pace to come around and win the game. But gee, Claudia, it was a great contest.
Oh, it was fantastic. You know, that's what a grand final, that's what you want to see. You know, heavy contact, both tries going each way. You know, I think Kalamunda will be relieved. I think they definitely put the pressure on themselves a lot, particularly in that first half. And again, Wanneroo were running away with it when it came into the second half. But unfortunate end for Wanneroo. I know Aisha Wigley will be very upset, but again, doesn't reflect her as a player. We see what she was able to produce throughout the rest of the game. So, you know, I hope the Wanneroo teammates get around her because she made a tremendous impact for her team. Definitely put them in front when it came to parts of this game. But yes, Kalamunda, congratulations, definitely worth it. I know that the whole season they've been building towards this grand final. They were devastated last year when they lost to Cottesloe in the grand final, so bit of redemption for them.
Yes, and some great individual performances by Wanneroo. You mentioned Aisha Wigley. You can't judge her game just on that last minute or so of play. She was outstanding today for Wanneroo. Topaz Porter and Mahina Arangi-Claire I thought were fantastic in the seconds. Cara Gerber was great at fullback as well. But for Kalamunda, and again, and Frida and Sarah Arsam I thought were great for Wanneroo. But Kalamunda, they had so many good players. Hera Barb Malcolm Hecker, we spoke about her off the top. She was fantastic today. Rosie McGeehan I thought was probably my player of the match. She was just outstanding. Stevens in the centres, Kerriopa. There were so many great players for Kalamunda and really, you know, deserved winners, and they've come away with the chocolate. So full time here at Tompkins Park in the women's Premier Grade, and it was Kalamunda getting home in an absolute thriller by 15 points to 10. Thanks very much for your company, and make sure you do stick around. The men's Premier Grade first grade grand final kicking off very, very soon. I'm Mick Collis, myself, Claudia Bell, and all the crew. Thanks for tuning in to Rugby from Tompkins Park.